Hello everyone, welcome to another video with Cass on the Maizuma channel. Alright people, so I have a really nice setup here for a armor sorter where I have access to all the chests, so I use the arrows to break armor stands, and armor stands of course can equip armor. So here's the input, and here's where anything that's not armor will end up. I also have a furnace here because I planned on using this on a skeleton spawner, so yeah, bows can be used as fuel, so yeah, I already hooked it up. Okay, so I have a chest here to help us test it. It shows how it behaves when you have a stream of armor, mixed items, and a stream of the other kind of item that it has to deal with. So let's just plug this here by copying the chest. And as you can see, it is pretty quick. And the display is pretty nice to look at as well. So yeah, you can see that the armor is being sorted up here. Yeah, and down here we have the bows being sorted as well. It's probably almost done, and it is done. So it's just sorted an entire chest of items. Which is not something that you're going to usually see, because if you're just working with a simple mob spawner, these items come more. They don't come as frequently. But yeah, it's quite compact and simple for what it does. Before we start the tutorial, I just wanted to show how it really looks without the decorative blocks that you see back there. So yeah, it is pretty compact, not too hard to build. Here's where all the bows end up. Here is where all the armor ends up, no matter if it's a helmet or whatever, leggings. And this is where the input goes, so you can configure it in whatever way you want. There are a bunch of details that I need to tell you guys, so let's get to the tutorial. You need to choose the place where you want your armor stand to be, and then from here we can place two droppers like this, and one dispenser. We're going to use 3 dispensers for this. This one for the armor stands, another one that goes upside down here for the arrows. I'm gonna put my arrows in already because I don't want to forget it, but yeah. And then finally you're gonna have another one at this level here, leveled with this slab. And under the slab we're gonna use a hopper. So we're gonna have one hopper pointing in this direction and another one pointing towards, let me see, yeah, can use a chest here. So this chest will have the bows, or anything that is not armor goes inside this chest here. Just another reminder, those are the only 3 dispensers that we need to use. All the other ones, like this block and this other block, are all droppers. So we need to place another dropper facing up here, and the dropper that faces this direction. Could be another direction, depends on how you want to build it. In the end I will give you guys more details. And this is where our armor is going to be stored. Finally, we need also a optional chest for the input, because the input is actually this hopper in here, and we need to not forget to have a hopper with a carpet on top here, so that it will split the items correctly. Before we start the redstone itself, we need to fill this with armor stands. So you need to craft 9 stacks of armor stands, and then you can just pick one of those. So all stack to 16 except one that stacks to 15, and then place this one inside the dispenser just like this. And yeah, we should be ready to do the redstone. The redstone itself is pretty simple, and we're going to be doing this from the back here. So first of all, this is going to be the boring part. We need to take a signal from this hopper here that points to the dropper, and subtract it from another comparator here. And then here we can have maybe a barrel with an item inside. I recommend using ferns for stability, otherwise I cannot guarantee that your build is going to work. And this needs to be on subtraction mode. Alright, and here also from these guys we're gonna have one comparator coming out of this, and then another repeater here on 1 tick. There might be an occasion when we need to change this to 2 ticks, but I will explain about it in the end of the tutorial, okay? And here we're gonna power these guys like so, using a solid block here, And we want this wire to be a dot, so place another solid block there. Then torch, redstone dust, and I can place your redstone dot here, or maybe here. I like to use it's here at the back. So you can cover all of this, and it's important that the entire setup stays inside this little chamber so items don't leak. It can be a transparent block here or solid block. It doesn't matter because yeah, this is just to close this thing. And finally, we need to take care of the item elevator. So just place a repeater here, one block, redstone torch, and another solid block in here, and the redstone, believe it or not, is done. So we already have the armor stand in here because I powered this thing with the torch. But if you did it in a different order, let's say you don't have this guy in there, you just have to place a button here or here, and when you press the button, it's going to start the system for you. And now we have to replace the armor stand that we removed, of course. So should be all 16 here, and we need another one in there. So perfect. Okay, so let's test it. All right, I'll just copy this chest in here, and let's see if it works. Let's check the armor. So it's getting the armor. Should start getting the bows anytime. All right, so now it's probably in the alternating pattern, and yeah. Seems like it's working fine. I believe there's going to be a little bit of a problem here. Let me see. Okay, it didn't happen now, but I noticed that in some occasions, if you see way too many armor stands accumulating here as items, it might happen that one of those will leak and get inside this chest. If this ever happens to you, the solution is very simple. You just have to add one tick in here. So your system is going to be slightly slower, but it's going to be more stable. You can keep adding ticks if server lags interferes with it. Somehow, but yeah, basically from here you can pull hoppers to send your items to your storage or to something else, or you can use you can pull the bowls from down here and use those in a furnace. It's up to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I think this is a good build. Thank you very much for watching once again, and see you next time. Goodbye.